and there was only a further 2 tenths between O'Grady and Cook, so the top 3 separated by what, 6 tenths per second? Not that much in the grand scheme of things, is it? So we move up towards the line, and as Charlie Nesbitt takes his position, we get ready for a start here for the first of the Pitbike Open races this weekend. And as the flag marshal gets ready to put up the green flag, up it goes. A much longer hold than it's been for most of the racing. Then we go, and that's a decent start by Nesbitt. That's enough certainly to keep his pole position and translate it into a lead, but it's not a foregone conclusion, because second place, of course, that will be Ryan O'Grady. Is going to follow him all the way as he makes his way up towards turns 3 and 4, up towards the hairpin, the left-handed hairpin for the first time. And O'Grady is very close indeed, the top 4 in fact, breaking away from the rest of the pack, but certainly it looks like it's enough to have a 4-way battle for the lead. So through the second of the right-handers, and it looks like the 213, so that's John Ansell, who's having a good old battle with James Rose Senior. And in fact, I believe James Rose has just about made it, but as they come over the line for the first time, it is Ryan O'Grady in fact who took the lead. Ahead of Max Cook, James Rose Senior, John Ansell.
No, I think Nesbitt's transponder. This is what we had this morning. Dan, we had that transponder issue with Nesbitt. He wasn't showing up. Oh, big crash, turn 2. Bikes across the circuit, rider up and okay.
But the bike in the middle of the circuit to turn number 3. So yellow flags at turn 3. Charlie Nesbitt, don't you worry, guys. He is in the lead, but
yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Ryan O'Grady will be in second place.
That might have been James Rose who went down. Not sure on that.
We'll find out in a second. Meanwhile, the battle between 127 and 213. So that is Craig Walker and I think Anthony Perrell. Great battle for them. We can't. And on the track we're being told,
could be a red flag.
Well, certainly be cautious coming through turn number 3.
Oh dear, hold your breath here. Through 2 and 3. He lost it on the exit to turn 2.
Who did?
The bike went down, Anthony Perrell I think it was. He lost it on the exit of turn 2 and it slid across the circuit.
Lots of oil.
We've waved yellows, but no sign of a red flag. Is it offline oil? I'm not sure.
Well, it could potentially be.
It doesn't matter whether it's offline though. It can just roll in to the racing line. This is what. Oh, I'd rather see a red flag if you ask me.
Luckily we do continue racing. The race control have got it under control, so there's no need to panic. So 22 and 127 are the ones I'm on about. So Felix Hearn and Craig Walker for 7th place, having a great battle. And they are currently being in discussions with race control, but nonetheless we can see up towards the line now. Great lead battle we've got at the moment, and as they come through the couple of the hairpins, there's a good couple of car lengths or bike lengths, not really enough to distinguish a clear leader. There's a clear pair of leaders, but obviously the lead we know, and it is going the way of Charlie Nesbitt. 10 laps to go, and Max Cook has actually got the fastest lap, 45.611. Ryan O'Grady's gone even faster, 45.359, and a big jump there from one of the riders going over the big bump at the start finish line. So let's have a look now. 22 and 127 again. That's 7th and 8th. Felix Hearn and Craig Walker up towards the first of the right-handers, turn number 8. And you can just see it looks like 127. Craig Walker's going to get side by side coming through the final corner. And in fact, he can't quite make it on that lap. So 22. Felix Hearn does keep his position for the time being. So Kiko, let's just sort of have a bit of a look back. 9 laps left to go. It's all looking quite tasty at the moment, I'd say, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm still confused with our timing monitor. We've got O'Grady who's leading, and then it's saying Max Cook's in second. But my calculations, I saw Nesbitt in the paddock earlier, and he was in them.
Meanwhile, battle for
leathers.
That's battle for. I can't quite see where that is, but whoever was behind is Jack Quintel's. Obviously now in. That can't be 5th place because. He's just come through. Yeah, I know it's the battle for Hearn and Walker. We've been mentioning it for a few times, but who's going to come through? It is 128. So James Rose Senior has popped up out of nowhere and jumped Felix Hearn and Craig Walker. So they're going very strongly indeed. So he's now up into 7th place, 8th place for Felix Hearn, 9th place for Craig Walker. So it's all going a little bit topsy-dooley, really, isn't it? It's just changing all the time.
I think Nesbitt has retired. I can't see him out on circuit. So it must be O'Grady leading Max Cook, but then why would then again that gap's probably more accurate.
Nesbitt's in the 70, and the 70 is at the first of the chicane, first of the hairpin, so Nesbitt is out there. It must just be due to a transponder issue.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of issue going on there.
But we can see, and he is racing there, and he is in the lead of the race on the road. And anyway, as we have a look, we can see, and we can in fact hear the battle, which is for 8th place, is still raging on very nicely indeed between Felix Hearn and Craig Walker, like it has been for the entirety of the race. 6 laps completed by our race leaders.
He's caught in traffic, got through that safely.
He's got through it perfectly fine, and the battle hasn't been affected, so the battle for 8th place is the closest one I can see so far. And as they make their way up towards the final couple of corners, up the inside, is that Anthony Perrell who's now moved up past Craig Walker and Felix Hearn. Over the line they come now, and I'm not sure, maybe not, so as you're trying to keep an eye on what's going on with the race, battle for 8th is a fantastic one going on at the moment. We have had 7 laps completed, 5 laps left, and of course it is Charlie Nesbitt in the lead of the race ahead of Ryan O'Grady and Matt Cook. John Ansell is coming in 4th place, Blake Ansell in 5th, 6th for Jack Qualters, James Rose Senior in 7th, 8th for Felix Hearn, 9th for Craig Walker, 10th for Anthony Perrell, and Charlie Nesbitt, well, still in the lead of the race, isn't he? He's doing very well.
Let's hope so. Let's hope it is our transponder issue. That's the mistake, but I think he's still out there. There he is, he's just gone past us there, so he's definitely out there.
He has been on the whole race, he is in the lead of the race.
45.5 as well from O'Grady's. That's a quick lap, isn't it? That's half a second quicker than anyone else. We can't tell you what Nesbitt's doing because he's not actually on our timing monitor.
Nonetheless, we can still see he's out on the circuit, and look at the wheelie that one of the riders just pulled coming over the line. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
There's a bit of a jump on this line as well.
And a good foot in the height of the race, and as everything is just streaming through, now, not got long in this race left to go, and we can see once again that's Felix having to battle very nicely indeed with Craig Walker. They almost go nose to tail, coming up towards the second of the right-handers. The gap's increased a little bit now to a bike length, although he's very wide coming out of it, so Felix Hearn might lose a position out, can't do it in the end though.
Yeah, it's going to be about the run onto the straight. Yeah, I think Felix Hearn's got that sorted out.
He has indeed, and that's a 2:13. So that's John Ansell, who's getting about a foot high in the air with his front wheel.
We did have when Nesbitt's gone up the top, and now Brady's not.
But nonetheless, and someone's gone down. There's two people who've gone down.
Dear, collision.
And they are both moving.
Yeah, one's I think turn 8. That's on the entrance to turn 8.
Turn 8. He's got him up. He's having a word. He's got him in his arm, which is good to see. He's moving him away as far as he can. And they're trying to pick up the bikes and move them out of the way.
So they've got the right ones. But never mind that, or they're not going back on. It looks to me like Nesbitt has got this sewn up. He's just clearing some traffic onto the 4th corner, upright on the other side into 5th. And just look
was he flicking his foot?
It's an art. It is an absolute art that Charlie Nesbitt, he did it all last year in the Motorstar. He is just every apex. He's just hitting all his markers right out to the edge of the curb. We're on the last lap.
So you go, last lap. Charlie Nesbitt has jumped by about a good foot and a half coming over the jump at the start-finish line. He's just showing off now. I thought he got his left foot flicked up into the air earlier on in this race, but as we head very quickly to the conclusion of this Pitbike Open race, the first of 3 this weekend, up towards turn number 4, the left-hander turn 5, the next right-hander. He runs as far out to the curbing as he can go. He's just pushing the bike as far as he can. He's got utter confidence in the road and himself in the bike. He's got just a handful of corners left to go. Up towards the final right-hander, lifts off the yellow flag and up towards the final corner. Charlie Nesbitt got to be absolutely pleased with himself. He takes the checkered flag over the line, finger in the air.
Just to show off a bit more as well.
Another jump just for certainty. It will be Max Cook who takes second place, or Ryan O'Grady takes second place,
whichever one.
as it was. Max Cook will come over the line. John Ansell will be ahead of Blake Ansell. Felix Hearn side by side, meanwhile, coming up towards the final corner. That's to sort itself out. But as everyone just comes over to take the checker flag, a great race here finishes with Charlie Nesbitt on.
Felix Hearn got that 5th. Great battle there.